You have mentioned a lot about remembering strategies. You've put out that one of the strategies that you use is to write them down. And um, I was wondering if you give any other ideas as far as how to remember strategies. Because sometimes, like you said, in the moment is a good idea, but that's a practice to try to do. And it might be hard to do and to incorporate. It definitely is helpful. Um, but how to remember strategies if not writing them down, what would you suggest?
Yeah, well, for sure, I would recommend using Strategize My Life to try to remember strategies because it's a way of organising them. But the bit that you have to build in as a procedure, I guess, and remember, procedural learning is memory is not as effective after an acquired brain injury. So, that's something. So, if you can get yourself into a habit and routine of every time I get into a situation, I will open my app and even if I just have a quick check, scan through, see if there's anything here, and you can make that your procedure and routine that you do consistently, and it just becomes part of your behavioural repertoire, then you can do that every time and just think, okay, I'll just check in. That would be by far the best way to do it because, like you say, there's a lot to organise, there's a lot to think about, and we lead complex lives. There's different things that work in different situations, so you can have, let me open up, what do I do, what's under supermarket, what's under here, like things that might come up. So you've at least got them in mind, and you've maybe thought about the situation before you go into it. Because yeah, it's hard in the moment to then go, wait a second, because you're dealing with what's happening in the moment. So yeah, so for sure. And I know you guys will talk a little bit more about how the app works and people talking about how they can practically implement it. But I think it's a really good way of organising.